Hello, everybody out here. I know you can't see me. Basically, you can't see me no matter what I do. I don't know why. Put a white light in there and it still don't really come out clear. So, what's the point? But I just wanted to say hello, and this is Linda. Queen Linda. Anyway, it's September the, what is it? September the 9th. It's September the 9th. Just wanted to acknowledge that my mother, September the 7th, was her birthday. She would have been 81. This month she'll be gone for almost 2 years. Rest in peace, Ma. I love you. Anyway, what's on my mind today is Dick Gregory. I never really knew too much about him until now, actually. This comedy, this activist, this very well outspoken man who knew how to relate to people on a serious level through comedy. I really admire him. I feel like he's the father of all fathers. Like, he's like a father. When I look at him and I hear him talking, I respect him like a father. I personally feel like this. If I got to know him, I would refer to him as a father. He would be like my father. I would call him my father. If I had the privilege of ever getting to know him, which is obviously too late because he passed away. It's just hard to believe that, you could be in fairly good condition and then all of a sudden you pass away in a hospital. That makes no sense to me. But, so that's my title. What happened to Dick Gregory? And my opinion is, there's a lot of forces that powers may be. I don't know why, but every time somebody speaks out, they're here today and they're gone tomorrow. Prince spoke out, here today, gone tomorrow. Michael Jackson spoke out, here today, gone tomorrow. Martin Luther King had a lot of things to say. Then he gets shot on a balcony with other people around him. And what's so weird is nobody else gets hit. And he's laying down on the ground and they're standing up pointing like that. And it's a picture of that, actually. Why is nobody else ducking for cover if, that is kind of conspiracy type of photo. Malcolm X speaks out and he's not here. Every time someone speaks out against the way that they feel the world is, and they keep doing it. We're not talking about one speech. We're talking about somebody who constantly is in the media speaking out against injustices. Whether it's unjust to children, whether it's unjust to women, whether it's unjust to minorities, whether it's unjust to just full-fledged black people here that we've been through so much in our lives with slavery and so forth. But every time somebody does it, and they do it in a consistency, they keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. After a while, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they went to the hospital for like a little small major surgery, or they went to. The only person that seemed to leave quickly and only said something once was that lady, that comedian, and I can't think of her name right now, but she said that Obama was gay and that Michelle was a transgender. And when she said that, and she went into the hospital, she never came out of the hospital. And she only said it once and she was out. So that is kind of strange right there. What's strange about it is the simple fact that she mentioned the president at the time and his wife at the time, the Obamas. And then after that she was gone. But the norm is when you're talking about injustice, when you're talking about the secrets that's going on behind the scenes, and you're consistent about it, and you're out in the media about it, and you keep talking and talking and talking about it over and over again, about how corrupted you feel this is and corrupted that is, and you happen to have a title connected to you, like you're popular, because if you're not popular and you're talking about it, I'm not sure if you get attacked or if you get in trouble for talking about something if you're not popular. But it seems to me, if you're famous, if you're popular, if you're known by the media, if you're known by the world, and you come forward talking about all these secrets that you feel was revealed to you through experience or whatever, or through research, you seem to be the next target that's going to go down. I noticed that every time you say something, but you're connected to something else bigger, like let's say the FBI or something, and then you say, yeah, I used to be in the FBI, but this happened. Or I notice if you say military, yeah, I was in the military, and this is what they're doing. These are the plans that they have for American citizens in the future, and blah blah this and blah blah that, And if you keep doing it and making yourself known, before you know it, you're out, and nobody has a real truthful explanation of it. But what I can say that I find kind of amazing is a lot of the people in this world that we admire are here today and they're gone tomorrow. Dick Gregory was one of those very interesting men, because he happened to know Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and he happened to be around that long. He died at 84 years old, and he just seemed to be like one of our beloved people, of the time, because I don't know anyone that's a civil rights activist, comedian, revolutionary type of person today that's living, that's that old. So he was really up there in age. So I don't know who the next revolutionary person is going to go forward. Never the next black person that's going to stand up and make a note of stuff. But I know every time someone did, Fred Hampton, he stood up for the Black Panthers. He stood up for the rights of Black America. He stood up for Black enterprise. They revealed that there used to be a Black Wall Street. All the history of Black African Americans, all the things or Black people that we accomplished was hidden from us. And now they start revealing the history of how powerful we really are, that we're not just known for our creativeness, that we actually happen to be highly intelligent people. And they like to only downplay the ghettos and the brainwashing and the poor diet and food, and say, oh yeah, basically black people are stupid, and things like that. But the truth is, if you're told over and over that you're nothing, you're told that you're stupid, you're programmed that you're stupid, you're taught to eat stupid food that's gonna break down your brain, your gang and drugs and stuff is glorified in your neighborhood, then it's gonna affect you. You act according to how you're raised. It's not about intelligence. It's about your environment that you're put in, what it can do with you. The most brightest, sharpest, and smartest people in the world actually came right out from the ghetto. Actually experienced that suppressed, like Dick Gregory would say, neighborhood. He's not going to say community, because he said communities, you control if you live in a community. You control your education, you control your jobs, your businesses. He said if you don't have any control of it, he says you just live in a neighborhood. He said, and that's what blacks have been doing. But I just feel like this. My only comment is, my only interpretation of this is, every time somebody speaks out and they're famous, later on we don't hear from them, and they speak out and they're consistent. That means they keep speaking out about things that they feel is hidden and wrong about this America that we live in today. And every time they do it with consistency, they're out of here. You know. And I just find that kind of strange, mysterious, and even scary. Because who's going to be willing to stand out in the media and talk about injustice again? Who's the next speaker? Who's the next person of a black revolutionary? The next person of a black conscious mind? The next person that wants to just make America better for all races of people? The next person who wants to educate us about black history? Who's going to be willing to come out in public and constantly talk about these things, and they get exposed to the media? Who's going to be the next one? Because it looks like whoever's the next one, they're going to have to be willing to be what I would call executed and killed and martyred because they spoke out and they did it too much. And I think that's what the situation is going to be. I think if we want to build and educate ourselves as black people, we're going to have to start having more conferences about black education, black history, black pride, black awareness, black consciousness, black revolutionaries, and learn of our black heroes. We need to learn more of our different black heroes, because there's many of them that we don't even know of. We don't know their name. Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass. There's others that we haven't learned of besides Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So many others that made a way for us. So many others that created and invented so many things in this America that we live in today. I think we need to create platforms, formats for us to come together as a people and be educated, and even that would eventually become exposed to the media. And I don't know if it would hurt or damage us. But the truth of the matter is, someone is trying to stop us from being educated, informed, and informing other people like us. I saw something on YouTube where black people were getting together and they were sporting the red, black, and green flags. They were marching to represent black pride, black history, black culture, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the police was there, and the police act like they was starting to have these people arrested. So it's like, it seems whatever you do to try to make us stronger as a people, somebody's always trying to stop it, especially if they feel like it's going to be exposed to the media. So I think we need to get together privately and educate each other about our history, about each other. We need more conferences and things about it. Yes, eventually it would become very popular and known, and then the stuff that's supposed to be secret would probably end up being known to the media. And I don't know what would happen to these conferences, but I know that the only thing we can do is pray to the Most High for strength and protection against what we have to do, because like Dick Gregory said, there's power in education. There's power in information. You're not powerful if you have money. You're powerful if you have knowledge, if you have information. He said that's what makes you powerful, knowledge and information. So again, I just want to say we as a people are going to have to continue to seek out everything and learn everything and ask questions, and don't accept everything you hear, but be a seeker of the truth, and then regrettably a finder of the truth. Regrettably meaning that you're going to find out stuff that's going to shock the heck out of you, and you're going to almost wish that you never even went down that path. But that is something that you have to be willing to go through if you want the truth about anything in life. You're going to have to be willing to accept the results of your tests, the results of your research, the results of the truth in any level in life. Dr. Sabi talked about how we could eat our way to health, how we could cleanse our bodies of all kind of toxins, how we could live longer, how we could kill cancers and viruses and herpes and all things like that in our body by simply eating herbs, eating the right type of vegetables every day. And there's even studies where they say black people, before they met, before they came in contact with other cultures and races, especially white people, they said that we used to be vegetarians and we used to eat a lot of herbs and things. Now, I'm not sure if we ever ate fish or anything, but they say fish oil has some properties in it. But I do know, health properties, but I do know that they're saying that there's studies that we were originally vegetarians. And then we didn't eat meat, and meat got introduced to us once we became Americans. Once we came to this country against our will, most of us anyway. Others have been captured in the West Indians, the Jamaican islands, taken over by the French and all these other places, and the Haitians and the Caribbean islands. You know, some of the African people went there, and they went to so much, they went to the four corners of the earth. Actually, if you look up research on hidden colors, it will reveal to you a lot about our African American history. Again, I think I said enough, so tune in the next time, and I'm going to be sharing some other things. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I basically just like to talk about whatever was on my mind, and what was on my mind was Dick Gregory. But as you can see, it became more extensive. I added more stuff to it. But basically, Dick Gregory was a great person. Very funny, very lovable. And he is definitely going to be missed. Peace out, and peace to all my sisters and brothers. Shalom.